Thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2. It's a great day to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. Let's jump right in. So Gerry Dulac, he wrote an article saying he doesn't think that the Pittsburgh Steelers are as good as they were last year. I couldn't disagree more with Gerry Dulac's take. I mean, we now have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. We now have DK Metcalf replacing George Pickens. So just that alone, the Pittsburgh Steelers are a better team. And I also want to mention Troy Fontanu coming back from injury, going to right tackle, while Broderick Jones goes to left tackle. Just these four small changes alone make the Pittsburgh Steelers a better team. Now let's talk about George Pickens. Does anybody really think in their right mind that DK Metcalf isn't better than George Pickens? You know, the same George Pickens that walks off the field during an interception, the same George Pickens that does these gestures, after he makes a big play and costs his team 15 yards, the same George Pickens that shows up for practice late, shows up to games late, that George Pickens who last year only had 3 touchdowns. DK Metcalf is a complete stud. He works his you-know-what off. He shows up on time. It's about the team first. He has respect for everybody. That includes the Pittsburgh Steelers coaching staff, organization, and his fellow teammates. So I don't know why we're all entitled to our opinions. This is what it is, and it's an opinion. But Gerry Dulac, I really think he just doesn't like Aaron Rodgers personally. And let's not forget the best part about this. Aaron Rodgers threw for close to 4,000 yards last year, 28 touchdowns. He had numbers right on par, side by side, next to Josh Allen. So I don't really understand Gerry Dulac's take at all during this whole process. I just don't get it. I don't know how he can honestly sit there and say that. I would love to debate him. Then the upgrades that we made defensively, we are a better team. The player, Peyton Willis in his second year, adding Darius Slay to the cornerback position. We just re-upped Deshon Elliott's contract. And of course, this is the last person. I know the TJ Watt deal is going to get done, so I don't want to make a bigger deal than what it is. But TJ Watt will be signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers the remainder of his career. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are a better team. And what I guarantee that Aaron Rodgers plays for more than just 1 year. I bet you the Steelers get 2 or 3 years out of him. So Joey Porter Jr., his father, went on Cam Hayward's podcast the other day, and he said, a little handsy, but dad advised him, don't change your game for nobody. Joey Porter Sr. went on to say, he's a little handsy, Porter Sr. said, admitting of Joey Jr., but noted he doesn't have his father's big mouth. He ran into his little penalties, and I told him, don't change your game for nobody because you got to play the way you've been playing, and it'll work himself out. And I couldn't agree more. You know, every time Joey Porter Jr. gets 1 penalty per game, everybody loses their mind. They act like the guy can't play. In today's passing league, you have to expect to get penalties. I mean, okay, we don't want a penalty every series, but you have to expect this. He's a bigger corner. He's got to get his hands on people. I mean, he's not an elite speed, but he's got to be handsy somewhat. And in today's NFL, they love to call pass interference on just about. You could call pass interference on any given play. So I think Joey Porter Sr. is giving his son the right advice. You know, almost every team in the league would love to have Joey Porter Jr. on their team. And as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I love Joey Porter Jr., so I have no issues with him. And I agree, he shouldn't change his game. Just be careful. Try to get your hands onto the inside. You know, a lot of people have been asking me in the comment section about my finger. What's wrong with my finger? I broke my finger, and I have a tendon that's broken. I have to have surgery to end August, so that's why my finger looks like that. But getting back to football, Deshon Elliot got a 2-year extension for $12.5 million, $9.21 million guaranteed. Deshon Elliot gets a 2-year extension, $12.5 million contract extension with $9 million in guarantees. You know, Deshon Elliot earned this contract. Deshon Elliot really earned this contract. He is ranked number 1 in not missing tackles in the NFL. As far as run defense go, he is literally the number 1 ranked defensive back. I think with passing, pass defense, he's ranked in the top 4. And this just tells you how good that Minkah Fitzpatrick is. All the fans and the outside media and people that don't really follow the team, Minkah doesn't have an interception, so he sucks now, and the Steelers need to trade him, and he's a waste of money. That is complete ludicrous. And the reason why Deshon Elliot gets targeted more, he's got like a super high amount of targets, is because quarterbacks are afraid to throw the ball at Minkah Fitzpatrick. Now, the problem that I have with the Pittsburgh Steelers, the way that they're using Minkah Fitzpatrick is this. Number one, he's 17 to 21 yards away from the ball when he should be about 13 maximum, 12 maximum. They don't disguise the coverages very well. As soon as the play starts, Minkah's on one side of the field, and that's where he stays during the whole play. But he does take that side of the field away from NFL quarterbacks and wide receivers. So Minkah Fitzpatrick is doing his job. All of this gossip about Minkah Fitzpatrick needs to be traded. For what? So he can go to another team and be a complete stud for 4 to 5 years? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Also with Deshon Elliot, he plays in the slot a lot. His versatility. I mean, he's just great. Deshon Elliot is a great complement to Minkah Fitzpatrick in the secondary. I think that they're the best duel in the entire league. People could say what they want. I know they're always going to say something negative about Minkah because of his lack of interceptions, but you need to put everything into perspective. What Minkah Fitzpatrick's being asked to do. If he's 22 yards off the ball when the play starts and he goes to one side of the field and the quarterback refuses to even look in his direction, he's taking away an entire side of the field that the quarterback feels comfortable throwing the ball to. And going back to what Gerry Dulac had to say about the Pittsburgh Steelers being a better team last year than they are now, let's talk about the quarterback room. Just the quarterback room alone with Aaron Rodgers in it makes all the quarterbacks better and makes the Pittsburgh Steelers a better team and better organization. All you heard was this negative talk about Aaron Rodgers, that he's not a team player, which is absolutely ridiculous. So Will Howard goes on to say he wants to learn from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron's just been so willing to help me, Howard said on the Chipped Ham and Football podcast with Brian Bacco. It's a point he has made numerous times in a short span. Considering Rodgers just signed, whether on the field or in the meeting room, however, he has been been a gracious teammate. He's literally like, as much or as little as you want me to help you, I'll be there. He's already given me tips, little things here and there, even in the meeting room, on the field, my drops, different little things, Howard said. That's what I mean. This is the Pittsburgh Steeler way. And Aaron Rodgers is making our team better. And I also like to add Caleb Johnson makes our team. The draft picks that the Pittsburgh Steelers got in the 2025 draft absolutely make the Pittsburgh Steelers a better team than they were last year. Again, I could debate this topic all day with Gerry Dulac or anybody else that disagrees. For anybody to say that the Pittsburgh Steelers are not a better team right now with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback and the rest of the acquisitions and our offensive line going back to the way it should with Troy Fontanu at right tackle and Broderick Jones at left tackle, the addition of DK Metcalf, along with all of our rookies. You are saying these things, and it has nothing to do with football. Zero. Pittsburgh Steelers have already came out and said that Derek Harmon is going to start no matter what, and so is Cam Hayward. So, Keanu Benton, having Keanu Benton as your third defensive tackle or wherever you want to put him, defense and defensive tackle, it doesn't really matter, but interior nose, whatever you want to call him, we are a better team. Hands down, a better team. We are a better team right now than we were all of last year. And I'm not going to keep saying the same thing over and over again, but I almost forgot about Keanu Benton, that we have him on the team because of all the talk with Derek Harmon and Cam Hayward. The Pittsburgh Steelers are in a great position to win the Super Bowl. And people say, you really think you're going to win the Super Bowl? I absolutely believe that the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl. Thanks for tuning in to Steel City Football, the 4-1-2.